Hello and welcome to Rectal for You. Today we're going to be building the Atari cart. These are from PCB Way, which is basically a place online where you can buy these boards, and they were sent to me from Captain Commodore. So big shout out to Captain Commodore. Thanks for the goodies you sent me, and obviously all the other goodies will be coming up in future videos. Also today, news is I've hit 250 subscribers, so a big thank you to everybody that hits the subscribe button, and if you're new here today, please hit that button again. Okay then, so let's see you after the short break and let's get on with building this. Thanks a lot, bye. We're going to be building this Atari games cartridge up. Those 16 times 4 kilobyte games. These are the blank boards you can buy from PCB Way. So I've always wanted to say that. Apparently that's the way you say it anyway. So here's the board, as you can see here. This is one we're going to be building up. We're going to populate it with chip holders, etc. here and here. Chip sockets, another way to say it, chip holders, same thing. A dip switch up here, 4 10k resistors, and a capacitor, a 74L SO4, which is an IC which basically changes the signal from the Atari to either a low or high to low. I'll check that out later, but that's what it basically does. It swaps the signal around so the Atari knows it's got a cartridge plugged in. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to populate this cartridge. Like I say, we're going to populate the board, clear, solder everything in, make sure it's all well soldered. Then we're going to use this, which is the programmer, which will program the games onto the chip. I'll show you how to use the program. There's a program you can use which you can basically drag the ROMs into, and then it will basically combine them into one bin file, which are going to be flashed onto the chip. So it basically allows you to put 2K and 4K games on. So I'll show you that as well in this video. So let's start by getting this soldered together. Basically, we've got the chip sockets here, which will go through here and be soldered straight onto the board. So we're going to get these fitted now. I'll do it under the microscope so you can see, and basically put some music on while I'm doing it. So there you go, you can see the pins are through. We're ready to start soldering. So I'll just flick the soldering iron on, and we will flux these up. And then we start to solder these up, basically. Same again for the bottom row. So now that's basically all done. So what we need to do again, we'll get some IPA and give that a clean off. There, toothbrush. So you can see now all those are soldered. So that's the first part on. So next we'll put the 74L SO4 socket in, which sits underneath this one. We're ready to solder this up now. So now we're going to stick the 10k resistors in. So the resistors are placed in now and pulled through basically. So what we're going to do is turn the board over. Nice tip is to always keep these legs because they come in handy for doing board repairs. So when you got traces out, they come in very handy. So there's the resistors soldered into place. You can see they all look so lovely. Next we'll put the capacitor in, which is down here, which is a 100 NF. Through there, ready to be soldered. Again, clip the legs off and we'll give it a click. So that's basically the cartridge is almost done. The last bit is flip the board over here and we'll fit this dip switch here. This allows you to select basically which game you want the cartridge to load. So these will basically just go over here and through the back to here. Again we'll flux up and solder away. Now you see the other set of holes here, basically here, these are for if you want to put jumpers in. So basically you can put jumpers in if you haven't got a dip switches, but I highly recommend the dip switch as it's so much easier to change on the go. So I'm just going to give that a good clean off, and next we'll jump onto the software and actually program the ROM ready to be put in. So we're going to switch back to the overhead camera. Here we go. And now we're back here. So basically this cartridge is done now. Just needs this 24L SO4 fitting, which you can always tell pin 1 by the cutout which is there. So that's pin 1 there, so you line that up with that and you just basically shove this in and push it in like so. You see me doing this? Try to get close. I'll put it on here. So you basically line it up and then just push the chip in like so. So there you go, that chip is now fitted just by pushing in. So this socket here is ready for the 27C512. You can get these quite cheap from AliExpress. You have to wait. I mean, I ordered 10 here, so I got a whole pack. Please be aware that if these are catching sunlight, these little glass windows, they will actually clear themselves over time. So this is a program I bought. It programs a variety of chips. It is an XG ECU Pro Model T48. I will put a link below for these if you want to order one off AliExpress. You can get them from Amazon UK, but obviously it's more expensive. It tells you here the direction of the IC. If you can see, it's got like a cutout there, and basically that means pin 1 will go in here like so. So you basically pull this little lever up here, and then you let it back down, and it clamps the legs. So that's basically clamp ready for program. There's a USB-B that plugs into there, and it plugs into the laptop. So basically now I'm going to show you how to put the 16 games into one bin file that can be flashed onto this chip. This program makes it so much easier. It's called binwizard. I'll put a link down below so you can basically download it yourself. It's freeware, there's no licenses, and I highly recommend it. So let's switch over to the program now. So basically this is a program here, it's called binwizard, okay? So we'll put it full screen. So basically what you need to do is, you have the output size here. Make sure you select the right size. You got 8K, 16K, as to the size of your chip, your 20C04. So there's my size, 512. Input size here is very important. Make sure you select it to 4K, because basically you can load a 2K game now and it'll fill the empty spaces up with FFs. So basically all you need to do, really easy, really simple to use, is to click add file. Once that's here, go to your files, Atari, wherever your things are, and just keep adding. So you select one, open. There you go, that's a 2K file gone in, and its size is 4K basically. It builds it back up to 4K. So I can add a 4K file now. Space Invaders, add file. Once that's done, basically you've got your 16 games there. Click merge and then name a file. So we'll call it test.bin and we'll save it on the desktop. So there you go, test.bin, save, and that's saved. So now we close this. The bin file should be here, which it is, it's there as you can see. So that's the test bin file. So next what we need to do is plug in the programmer with a ROM. So we basically plug that programmer in. So the program is plugged in, and we run this program here, which XG Pro, which you get with it, and it's picked me program up, basically a T48. So next you select your chip from here. I've already selected it, it's there, which is an M27C512. If you pull this down now here, you can see there's some other chips here which are basically, and there is loads of chips you can select. Like if you select here, you got all your different brands, AMD, but basically I typed to a search device here which is M27C512, and this will give you all the different brands. Mine's ST, so I'll click there, I select that one there, which is the DIT28, and I select, and that is done. So now all we need to do is dead simple again. Click the load button, browse, point it to the test.bin, which we did, which was here. That'll open, press OK, and there you can see there's basically the games there, the ROMs. Now that's done, all we do is click the program button up there. So program, it'll say, yeah, is your chip in the right way, which it is, blah de blah de blah. Click flash, yes, beep sound on, and click program. And it should program like that. It's nice and quick. And you can make as many of these as you like for backups, homebrew games, whatever you want to do. So once that's done, it should verify it. There you go, all done. So all that's left to do now is to take this chip out and put it into the cartridge and test in the Atari. So I'll see you soon. So we're back again now. So basically we've got to pull the power out, boom, lift the lever up, pull the EEPROM out. And it's just a matter of slotting this into here, make sure it slots in the right way again. You've got to cut out there, you've got to cut out here, line them up and plug them in. So line the legs up, line the legs up. The reason you socket it is, in theory, you can basically just swap ROMs. You could program a load of ROMs up and swap them over if you wanted to have different types of games. So of course you can load all your backups on this, or your homebrew games, whatever you want to program onto it. It's really handy. So just go careful and take your time plugging this chip in, because you can go wrong and bend the pins. Once it's sort of found its way, it'll go. I promise you. There you go. So that's all in now, basically. We can put a bit of tape over there, just to keep people happy. So there's a bit of tape over, and now we'll be ready to just plug it up to Atari. So I'll see you in a minute when I've got the Atari set up. So here we are, we're with the Atari. The Atari's now working, I was just checking. So basically, anybody else but me think they made these the wrong way? Because the cartridge faces that way, which is strange, and the joystick parts are on there. It's like they made the cartridge the wrong way around, the whole console basically. It's like the joystick port should be at the front here, and surely that should be the other way around. Perhaps it's just me, but I don't know, that's the way it is. Anyway, I've got Centipede loaded in. I just switched this. Basically running now on the Atari. So basically what we need to do is, this really needs to go into a cartridge. I did do a cartridge here, 3D printed. You can see here, I put the STL on there as well. This is done in clear resin. I know a lot of people say UV light again, but to me, it is what it is. I'm going to do one in black anyway, it didn't turn out so good. So basically in here, this is a 3-part one. It basically allows you to fit this in. Through here you even have the pegs here, which will push in the cartridge, so it just slots in like so. Let me see if I can slot it in to show you. So cartridge will just slot in like that, etc., and then the lid will go on, and you can still get two ditch switches, and then it screws together in here, there, etc., so you can see. And you can even put a label on this if you want it to look even better. I'll put a link to the STL again below, but for now we're just going to take out of this. This is only for trial error, isn't it? So basically I'm going to turn the Atari off, and we'll just see if we can get this cartridge in. There you go, we'll turn the Atari cartridge on, and the game that's loaded up is one of my favourite, Space Invaders. Now we'll basically start the game. I don't know why the thingy is glitching out, the video. Try switch it to full screen and see if it works. Sorry about that. Now unfortunately it seems like my capture device here has started to glitch out for some reason. Don't ask me why. Obviously you buy cheap, you buy twice. Bear with me, I have to put away, but as you can see we'll load a few games. I did want to run Sequest for my cousin, but there you go, another game. So just basically swap these cards, you get different games. Again, that looks like missile command. Let's just see. Climber 5. Never played that. Backfire. Never tried that. I was looking for Sequest because I know my cousin used to play that with a submarine. No. There's that many games. It's one of my cousin's games he used to play. He used to like this game. It's basically a submarine game and you rescue the people and you have to go up to air. I think this is the one he used to play. Anyway, if you're watching this, cousin, give me a shout out below and tell me in the descriptions, in the comments below, tell me in the comments below whether this is a game you used to play. I hope it is anyway, because I used to like playing it. So I'm going to put it on the capture and then we're going to play for a bit. That's basically it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Here's a cartridge again, what we made today. Hopefully you're going to make one easy yourself. It's great fun. It's great fun soldering, and it's just putting something together like this is really, really good, and really you feel like you've achieved something. And if you've got a 3D printer, I highly recommend you print the STL. Makes it look even better, more professional. So if you enjoyed this video and you're here for the first time, please subscribe. I've been doing this for just over 4 months now. I'm at 250 subscribers. Unbelievable. Thanks again for all your input. Thanks again for everybody that comments. I love getting comments. I love responding to them. Next time we're going to I think maybe do a handheld. I know I said this before, but I thought let's make this Atari cartridge, because some people, like say on Facebook, have been asking me how I did this. So I said I put together a little video for you so you can see this. So thanks again for watching. I will see you next video. Thank you. Bye.